Hi, my name is Elizabeth Ciordia, and it is week 4 of Biology 240, Anatomy and Physiology 2, and it is September 29th, 2024. And we're learning all about immunity and the different types. This week, I have an image here. I'm going to point out the thymus, which would be this gland right here in between the lungs. And the thymus is a small gland that is a part of our lymphatic system. Its main function is that it produces T cells, which are a form of white blood cells. T cells help our immune system fight off any kind of disease or pathogen. And the thymus also keeps our immune system working properly. It's located in the upper chest, behind the sternum but above the heart. It is in the mediastinum, and it has two subcomponents, which would be the cortex and the medulla. And then I'm going to point out another picture here. I'm going to show you the pharyngeal tonsils, which would be these two little tiny ones right here on the roof of the mouth. And the pharyngeal tonsils are also part of the lymphatic system. They're actually an accumulation of lymphatic tissue within the pharynx, and to be more specific, they are in the mucosa of the roof and posterior wall of the nasopharynx. The main function is they help protect our body from any kind of pathogens. They're part of the immune system. They stop germs from entering in through your mouth or nose. And these pharyngeal tonsils contain a ton of white blood cells, so they will kill off any germs they come in contact with that enter through the mouth or nose. And then I'm going to explain innate and adaptive immunity. Innate immunity is the first line of defense. The innate immune response is to immediately prevent the spread of a foreign pathogen throughout our body. And then adaptive immunity develops when the immune system responds to a foreign substance or microorganism or pathogen. Specialized cells and antibodies will attack and destroy these foreign invaders and are able to prevent the disease in the future by remembering what those pathogens or substances are. And then I'm going to give examples of passive immunity. A natural example would be when a baby receives antibodies from its mother through her breast milk or placenta. And then an artificial example would be when antibodies are received from either a medication, an infusion, or in an injection. And then we have active immunity. And I'm going to give an example of a natural one. It would be when immunity is acquired from exposure to the actual disease or infection. An example would be like when people had COVID. They would say that you would be immune for up to 3 months, and the immunity time frames can vary. And then an example of an artificial active immunity would be immunity acquired through a vaccine. So they use weakened or dead forms of the pathogen to produce antibodies. So they'll inject the vaccine, it'll create antibodies, and then it'll prevent you from getting the disease in the future. And then I'm going to explain how HIV affects the immune system. HIV is human immunodeficiency virus. HIV directly attacks and kills the white blood cells that help our body fight off or destroy any infections and diseases. It kills the CD4 T cells specifically, which is a form of white blood cells. And then it weakens your immune system by destroying those T cells. So it causes your white cells to drop significantly, and it can lead to AIDS, which is the last stage of HIV. HIV is also a retrovirus, so it uses your own cells to create more of itself, but it also will insert its instructions into our DNA. And that HIV is spread through breast milk, blood, vaginal fluids, rectal fluids. Thank you.